Lantern Cove, a town which is often described as quaint, lovely, picturesque, but most of all, quiet. Well, it's not quiet anymore. Yesterday evening, police announced that the death of a local woman in an apparent car accident was in fact a homicide. On the same day, a young man was found dead in Big Pond, 2 deaths in the last few days. There are reporters in town now, and not just local ones either, and everyone is talking about it. Well, all the adults are talking about it anyway. The high schoolers are too, but they're more reserved about it. As though high school is some sort of bubble of safety that makes things inside of it somehow safe from whatever's outside. A few of those high schoolers, however, know full well that there is danger, real and imminent danger. These teams went out on the water of Lantern Cove yesterday and encountered terror in its depths, nearly losing one of their own to a mysterious humanoid creature with suckered hands that wanted to drag him down into a dark opening in the ocean floor. No sooner had the group rescued him than they were attacked by a flock of crows, which they escaped with some effort and a lot of trauma. But the business of living must, as always, go on, and today is another school day. Before we get to school, though, a few of you have messages waiting for you in the morning. Clark, you're not sure how your mom knew about your WhatsApp, but you have a message from her this morning that reads, Clark, no time to talk, working with forensics team from the city, putting in a lot of extra hours. New death is like the last one. Victims seem unconnected so far. Could be serial killer. Tell no one. Delete this message. Be safe, Mom.
Thanks, Mom? Question mark. Stay safe. Love you. Be careful. Send. And I delete the messages.
All right.
While sitting in my room thinking, how the hell did she...
Gus, you have an email waiting for you when you wake up. It's from Nikki. Sent this morning. The spelling is a bit rough. Nikki's dyslexia has always given her trouble with that, and she thinks spell checkers are a tool of patriarchy. But it's easy enough to read. Hey Gus, been thinking about how to help. For real, I'm no expert in any of this shit, but I know this lady did a sick Celtic knot tat for her. She's a psychic medium. She gave me her card. Gonna call her today and ask her about if she senses anything going on in LC. Then before work tonight, I'll go by that psychic lady's shop on the highway and see what they've got for protection. Figure at least some of that shit's got to be real, right? If all this is happening. Won't hurt anyway. You're not alone, Nikki.
First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to point out all the words she spelled wrong and correct her grammar. And then I'm going to say, psychic sounds good idea. Delete this message after you received it. And signed, Gus.
Freya, a long text from Molly reaches you at the end of your morning ride to school. It says, Hey, I know I said I'd see you in class, but my mom's keeping me home from school today. There are reporters lurking in our neighborhood waiting for us to come out so they can shove questions in our faces. And that's giving me anxiety. Her too. I've been thinking about what you said last night, and I want you to know that I don't not believe you, but I'm having a hard time taking it all in. If you're all for real, that sounds scary as hell, and I think you should be extremely careful. If your investigating finds anything about who killed Aunt Gail, I want to know right away.
I'll respond with, I'm sorry that the reporters are harassing you. Good luck at home. I'll let you know anything that I find out.
All right. With that, let's move on to school. Who would like to do their counseling session today?
I can go.
All right. Chris, the counselor's door opens before you get to it, and an energetic young woman greets you, her hand out to shake. Hi, I'm Sophie Scott, LCHS Counselor Extraordinaire. Chris, right?
Yeah. I'll take her hand and give it a firm shake.
Wonderful. Come on in.
Of course.
You follow her into air wafting with sandalwood. She indicates you should close the door and have a seat, and she sits down behind the wooden desk that is the centerpiece of the office. As you sit, you notice the tchotchkes on the shelving behind her, including a softball trophy, a snow globe of the Golden Gate Bridge, and a cross-stitch that says, Courage doesn't happen when you have all the answers, it happens when you're ready to face the questions you've been avoiding your whole life. So, make yourself comfortable. I won't take too much of your time away from you. I just wanted to check in with you after what went on Friday in the gym.
Yeah, of course. Standard stuff.
Yeah. So, how have you been since then?
I mean, good. We doing good in the game so far. Practice been going normal. I mean, all in all, pretty good.
Yeah, you won the game. That was impressive. I was in the stands. It was a great game.
No, thank you. It's all teamwork in lacrosse.
How have you been feeling since then? Like, is there anything on your mind?
Chris has like flashback moments of everything that's happened. Mostly just how we're gonna win the next game.
You're a true sportsman, aren't you?
Try to be.
Well, have you had any, physical difficulties since the gas leak?
No, I mean, like I said, did pretty good at the game. It's I mean, the nurse ran tests on us and stuff. Is she not following up? Is that all going through you?
Well, they're going to follow up with your doctors for sure. But since I have you here,
Yeah.
Is there anything that has been on your mind that you want to talk about?
I think that there's like a pregnant pause. Chris is not like naturally the super deceptive type. Before he looks up and no, I don't think so.
All right. Are you doing okay in school? Your grades look good.
Oh yeah, they gotta be. If you fail any of your classes, they kick you off the team.
That's pretty harsh. How does that feel to have that hanging over you?
I'm not good, but I get it, right? I can't spend all my time just doing sports, skipping classes, things like that. Don't want weird incentives and stuff. But it's a lot of work, all the practice, all the homework, and not much time for friends, but make it happen.
Well, I hope you make time for friends because, especially at your age, that's really important.
Yeah, I got some pretty good friends.
That's good to hear. I'm glad. Well, I won't keep you from class for too long. I just wanted to check in with you and, make sure you're doing all right. Just check in with everybody.
Yeah. I mean, I appreciate it. I know it's probably not normally in the counselor's wheelhouse, but thank you.
Well, it's an unusual situation, so unusual things are required.
Are gas leaks unusual?
Yes. Certainly not something that I've encountered before.
Never encountered a gas leak before?
No.
Huh. I mean, I feel like my mom leaves the stove on every now and again.
I grew up with electric.
Oh, wow. Oh. Don't got much electric out here in Lantern Cove.
Well, I won't keep you. I hope you have a great day.
Yeah. You too.
Right. You head out.
Immediately text the group. Sophie, suspicious AF. Also apparently good at softball.
Don't know which of those is the more important. They're definitely equally important.
About equally important, yeah.
You get a text back, how good at softball.
Got a trophy that she keeps on her desk?
No, on the shelves behind her.
That she keeps on her shelves at work? Like she brought this in from her house. She saw it standing there. Is like, this would be a good decoration.
Good to know. You get back. Anything else specific about her? Like charms or weird stickers?
No, I was mostly fixated on the trophy, but she didn't know what a gas leak is. It's weird to me.
Suspicious.
All right. Gus, did you come to school today? I've got a scene for you if you did.
I think I did go to school today.
Gus, you walk into shop class. Dustin is there, more reserved than usual. He's already working on blueprints for his clock, which is what Mr. Tice, the shop teacher, has you all working on at the moment. Dustin waves at you and says, "Hey, Gus, good to see you." Dustin's clock is a simple one, the kind you hang on a wall in an office somewhere. When you reach your desk, you find your own as of yet incomplete blueprints. What did you plan your clock to be like?
My clock that I pre-planned, I guess, was like very like basic and like rustic. Probably like just very intricate wood pieces, not using like any like too many parts, just like to really challenge myself.
Mm-hmm.
But now I want to take a bunch of string and I want to see if I'm just obsessing over it and seeing how much like I could like integrate like maybe like crocheting or like knot work into a clock and see like how much of that I can do and still like fit a mechanism inside of that base to make it work.
Ooh. That's really cool.
We'll see how it works. I've never crocheted before.
Fortunately, in Fate, crafts covers a vast swath of things. You make a fascinating piece almost of artwork as far as that goes.
I'll also probably, if I finish early, try to give Dustin some tips on how to fix the atrocity that is his clock.
He appreciates it. When the bell rings and you go to pick up your blueprints, you find another set of blueprints in your space. Glancing at it to see who put their work in the wrong person's workspace, you're kind of taken aback. There's no name on the blueprints, but they are strange. It's clockwork. Clockwork so intricate that it couldn't possibly be the work of any of your fellow students. You can't even tell what the mechanism would do, assuming it does anything at all. The design itself is like an MC Escher illusion, but you think you could make it. Well, I mean, it would be the most difficult thing you've ever built, and you'd have to machine your own parts, but you could build it. And the more you look at it, the more it fascinates you.
I can do this. I mean, yeah, it's going to be hard, but I like a challenge. I think I'm going to skip school. I think I got to go do this.
All right. You head home with your newfound blueprints to start machining pieces for this strange mechanism.
I'm not, without any explanation, I'm just going to take a picture of it and send it in the group text. And then I'm going to start building it.
I will ask what it is on the group text.
A clock.
All right. Olive. At lunch, your friend Mikari waves you over to Otaku no Teburu to join all the anime nerds while you eat.
Wait, hold on. You're just gonna drop that there? Was that Otaku no Teburu?
Otaku no Teburu.
Teberu! Teberu-san!
I'm now picturing a table with anime eyes in the scene, and you can't take that away from me.
Hiya!
Mikari is not wearing her cat ears, which is unusual for her, and you assume it means she's not feeling kawaii today. When you get to the table, you find the conversation is about Spy X Family, talking about what sort of changes might be in store for Season 2. Mikari pauses in her eating to address you. Oribu-san, we haven't seen you much lately. How are you doing? Why are you so marked up? What happened?
Oh. Just been studying, and, you know, my parents, they're being extra right now. Yeah. So I've kind of just been staying at home a lot. I can't really go anywhere. How are you? How's everything?
Oh, you know, things are good. Just school, you know.
How was that paper you did? I'm so sorry. I know you were worried about it. I keep meaning to ask you about it, but like, is everything good?
I mean, I did not fail.
That's better than last time.
Mm-hmm. So that's improvement.
Definitely. Has anything weird been going on? Like, everyone's been treating me kind of weird after that gas leak thing. So like, I don't feel like I'm hearing it. Like, I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like people aren't really talking to me or being weird around me. So I don't know.
I mean, in this school, everybody's weird.
That's true. Oh my god, that's so true.
In this moment of normalcy, which I'll admit is a weird word when people are throwing JoJo quotes around, but like, what's going through Olive's mind? Like, this used to be the place that welcomed you, where you were comfortable as you could be being yourself, and now that there's this whole new side of your life that feels so urgent, is far beyond what this group of people experiences as reality. How are you feeling?
Olive is feeling terrified. Honestly, like, she saw what happened with Molly, and she cares very much about her little clan. Her, you know, this is like the table of weirdos that like don't treat her like she's a total freak. Like, she's still kind of a freak. They all kind of know that she's not quite. Like, she'll make a reference and she'll be like, "Yeah, I got that one." She definitely did not get that one. Like, she's, you know, she's not quite a full otaku, like, but she so desperately wants to try to fit in. But like, shit, right now she's like really struggling with, like, she's scared. I mean, and Gus scared her. Like, Gus was like, you know, she's like, "Yeah, I'm terrified that people are gonna die and it's gonna be my fault and I can't control anything, but I can't tell anybody because look what happened with Molly." Like, so I think she's just stuck in this, like, yeah, she's absolutely stuck in this purgatory of like, I cannot make it. There's not a good decision. Everything's bad. Nothing's a good choice. So I think she's just struggling with, like, right at the tip of her tongue are all the things she just wants to like word vomit on to her friend, but she's like, but that will put them in danger. But are they already in danger? So yeah, she's just not quite, just panicked. And also she's scared that Gus is gonna pop out at any moment and like scream at her again in front of everybody. And she's just like like, she's like twitch, like, people will talk to her and she's like, "Don't hit me." "Okay, no, it's okay, I'm fine, everything's fine." So she's a little bit of like a shaky little puppy right now.
All right. You shakily finish lunch with your crew. Next, we have Clark. Clark, you come upon your friend / crush / next door neighbor, Ashley, in the halls between classes. She spots you and closes the distance, looking concerned. "Hey, Clark, how's it going? You look like you got into a fight with a hive of bees."
It's nothing. Just, yeah, no, it got into a scrape after school. No, I'm alright.
Okay, I'm glad to hear it. Hey, so I got 2 tickets to the Lady Gaga concert this Friday in the city. I was going to go with Leslie, but her parents got all panicked about, you know, the murder, and aren't letting her leave the house except to go to school, which means that I've lost my companion and my ride. So I was wondering if you might be interested.
Lady Gaga, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Sounds like fun. Yeah, I'd love to go. In his head is just the fact that he does not really listen to Lady Gaga, but the girl that he has like a giant crush on and has since he got there is asking him. Yeah, he's gonna go. He's gonna try to go. When's the concert?
It's this Friday. It's at 8. It's when the doors open. Oh my god, you're my hero. Thank you so much. I'm so excited.
That's just me as I'm backing my way down the hallway, just nervously saying to him, you know, "Your friendly neighborhood Clark," as he bumps into the guy behind him.
Hey.
Sorry, shit. Sorry. Keeps walking to his next class.
All right. Any other scenes y'all want to do during the school day?
No.
There's no lacrosse practice today, so you're all free as soon as the last bell rings. Gus, you are already free. Skies are gray and it's raining gently. What would you all like to do today?
To the library, right?
Library, sounds like.
Yeah,
Yeah.
library.
Just
Yeah.
meet up after school at the library.
Cool. You return to the Lantern Cove Public Library, this time open for business. All the crime scene tape has been removed from around the oak in front of the parking lot, and it looks now just like another tree. Inside, the library is busy. Well, I mean, at least busy by its usual standards. There are a fair amount of individuals in small groups here using the library's computers or browsing the bookshelves. For the most part, they're keeping it quiet, but occasionally one of the librarians has to throw a stern look in the way of someone talking a bit too loud. You manage to find a table that fits your group. What do you do first?
Wait, why are we here again?
To look into witches?
I wanted to look into magic, but that was a side thing. We were, what was the main thing?
We're at a library. We can look into multiple things.
Yes.
A look into the history of lacrosse.
No, Chris, don't do that. Why'd you get that book?
Oh, it just, I don't know. It looked interesting.
He didn't find it, it found him.
It just came to me.
I think that Olive is going to go and check out more history on Lantern Cove, just in general, like myths and legends, and see if there's anything actually in the local library about it.
Yeah, so I'll give the help action to Freya.
I mean, if it's a public library, they might have like some like public records. Maybe figure out more about the people who died.
We could do public records on the land, like the military stuff as well.
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, and the boat thing as well, because
Mhm.
and the military had haunting stuff as well.
That's what Olive wants to look for. It's like where's the history, the local history.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's time for us to put together an investigation board IRL.
Probably.
Keep track of this.
I need to learn more about this clock, though. This is wild.
Olive is actively not making eye contact with Gus and staying as far away from it as possible.
I don't notice at all.
Yeah, I know.
This is how normal people should be.
Will this be an investigation roll?
Yes.
Okay, then yeah. So Olive is absolutely gonna help investigate by like just also digging in and stuff. So that's me giving the help, because we all know that Freya is the kick-ass investigator here.
Yeah. I'll also
There's-
help investigate, and I'll go talk to Mrs. Dorsey.
Is Clark just reading comic books while I'm reading the history of lacrosse?
Clark's reading a joke book.
Oh, okay, that's better.
So I got a legendary on that.
All right. So you are looking up like the history of Lantern Cove and myths and legends.
Yes. So generally that specifically like public records on the military installation, and more as a side project for myself on specifically like any tales of magic using or anything like that or witches in the area that might have happened, because we knew that we knew that there was some like witch drownings, but any like covens or any groups of witches that might have survived or anything like that.
Okay. So first thing, you find plenty of sort of neo-pagan books about witchcraft, and you sort of set those aside, and you find records regarding the military base. You find specifically like in the periodicals of Lantern Cove, like reports from the 70s, and apparently they didn't know then, at least the general public didn't know then why it was closing down either. So there were an extreme amount of theories, including that it had lost its funding, that someone in the higher ups in the military wanted it shut down because there was like nepotism going on. And you also find like less reputable sources that talk about theories like they sent troops out and the troops came back strangely changed and no one could figure it out. You find a legend where the military base just didn't close down, but they just disappeared one day, and someone came in to shut it down afterwards. There isn't anything about witches after the era of the witch trials, but there is plenty at that time. This place went pretty much as crazy as Salem did over witches, and there were a fair amount of young women drowned to death for the crime, witchcraft.
Okay. Where were they drowned again?
Yeah, in the Vinton Salt Pond is where they were.
I would like to ask the librarian something.
Oh, I mean, she's currently being flirted with, right? You know.
Yes, she is. Kind of, maybe. I don't know.
After she's been done being flirted with.
Well, we'll do the flirting then. Okay, guys, you go up to Mrs. Dorsey, and she says, "Oh, you are that lovely young man who helped with me with my car. Thank you so much."
Oh, yes, Mrs. Dorsey. My name is Gus.
Gus.
How's it going with your car and everything?
Well, I had to get the tires replaced, of course, but the car's been driving just fine.
That's great. Yeah, let me know if you need somebody to take a look at it. Or something. I was wondering, if you could help me and my friends out looking for stuff in the library.
Well, of course. That's what I'm here for. What do you need?
We're over at that table if you want to come talk to my friend Freya. She's kind of the best at, like, looking for things, and not as good as you, though, probably. Haha.
Well, that's very sweet, Gus. Thank you.
Thanks. You're very sweet, too. We're over here. Just start walking.
So, Freya, you don't have to go to the librarian. She comes to you.
Oh, hi. I had some questions. I was just waiting for Gus to finish talking.
Yes, Gus brought me over here. What are you guys looking for?
So we're kind of trying to study a couple things for working together on a few different school projects. And one of them we're working on is learning the history of the military base out there. And we got a good amount, and I just wanted to see if there was anything I might have missed on that. And then I had a couple of other little questions after that.
Well, all right. She made you to the microfiche machines, which contain a bunch of microfiche with old, mostly newspapers on it. And she guides you to some periodicals you hadn't found yourself. And apparently the final conclusion of the quest to find out why the base closed down was that they were told officially that it was an internal departmental matter and that there was nothing to be worried about.
Okay. That's interesting. And then I was going to ask her if she's ever heard of or read anything about people hearing like a drum noise that they can't find a source to.
A drum noise. Oh goodness. That sounds like tinnitus.
No, not quite the same. More like over something you would be able to hear over the Cove.
She looks around through the periodicals and does manage to find, I'm still using your legendary roll for this, a report of people who were hiking and stayed out camping out on the bay, reporting strange drumming noises. But that's the extent of what you're able to find.
Okay, that's interesting. Did they have any names of the people who heard those things at all?
No, it was a news report where someone's like, these young people reported this.
It's fucking great reporting, guys. Thanks.
Does it say who the name of the reporter?
It does have the name of the reporter, yes.
Lovely. I will write down the name of the reporter for the stories. And then, lastly, I'm going to ask her if she's heard of any, like, witch circles or anything in the area that would be active.
Her eyes go green.
No, she actually leads you to the community bulletin board over in the middle, and there are actually flyers up about, join our coven. We worship nature, and it's wonderful.
That's cute and probably not helpful, but we'll take a picture of it.
Okay.
And I will thank the librarian for her work.
Oh, hey, before you go, I was wondering if you knew anything about clocks.
About clocks, I mean, we've got books about them.
Oh, yeah, I was more if... Do you keep, like, blueprints? Or, like, things in here? Because I found this, and I'm gonna pull up the picture of the blueprint on my phone. And I can't really figure out, like, what kind of design it is, or, like, where it's from.
Oh, wow. That's a lot of gears. We don't keep blueprints here at the library. But, that's looks really complex. If you can make that, that'd be impressive.
I can make it. It's easy, but I just want to know where it was from.
Where it was from? No, I don't.
Okay. Oh, shit. Also, oh, shit. Sorry. Fuck. I didn't mean to cuss in front of you. I was wondering... It's a little bit of a private matter. But, my brother, he got this new girlfriend. And him and his ex, like, me and his ex are, like, kind of still really tight. And she asked me to do, like, some research on her. And I was wondering if y'all, like, had, like, personal records or I know it's really weird, but her name is Sophie Scott.
Personal records? No, that's not really what a public library is for. I mean, there's genealogy section.
Yeah, like stuff like that, and like if she has like a library card or anything. I was wondering if you might be able to find that out for me.
Okay, you're gonna have to roll report for that one.
Yes.
Rapport roll, rapport roll, rapport roll.
So one of these aspects sounds pretty sexy to me. You could get lost in these shelves, and I was wondering if I could use a fate point to evoke that.
Gross. So gross.
Getting lost in the shelves with the librarian. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, Miss Dorsey. Okay, sure. Go for it. Go for it. I feel kind. I feel kind and giving.
Thank you so much. It's so great.
All right. She is taken aback at first, and then this little look comes into her eye, like little naughty look. Like, I suppose I could check. Hold on. And she goes and checks and comes back to report that no such name has a library card here.
Interesting. You'd think that a school counselor would have a library card.
She's a school counselor?
Yeah. She works at my high school.
Oh, wow. That sounds complicated.
Well, I'm a pretty complicated guy. Thank you so much for all your help. See ya around.
Here you go. Thanks.
Oh, you're so welcome. Bye.
Anything else while you're here at the library?
I think I will pass that on to the group. Hey, do you know that Miss Scott doesn't have a library card?
Is that weird?
Yeah, it is weird. Usually you'd think living in the city you'd have a library card. Especially an educator.
Well, she's not really an educator. She's a counselor, right?
Did she have a was there like a town or was there something on that softball trophy that would say where she was from?
Yes, but you didn't really see it up close.
Time to break into the office.
Oh my god.
I think we should, though. Like, I don't think it'd be that hard.
Atticus, why did you should try doing that weird creepy Facebook thing you do.
I tried it already. Couldn't find it.
What, you did? When did you do that?
Yeah, I looked her up on LinkedIn, and then I also looked up on Facebook
Oh, to see if she was FBI.
to see if it said like, yeah.
You have to disclose that information. You have to say you're a cop.
And you couldn't find anything on her?
Nothing suspicious.
Nothing suspicious. I'm all for breaking into the office though, and it's not that hard to get into school after hours.
I agree, honestly. It's as wild as a plan that sounds.
We really got to keep our crime off campus.
Oh, wait, actually, don't all of us have to do sessions? So one of us just has to pay attention tomorrow. Let's maybe do that instead of a crime.
Dude, that's a pretty good idea.
Well, who's had sessions so far?
I've had one.
Olive raises her hand without looking at him.
Awesome. And you noticed the softball thing. Olive, did you notice anything about her?
She had a Kiki's delivery service necklace thing, which I don't
know what that is.
It's anime.
Oh.
Staring over, just not at you, just
Cool. So, a necklace of an anime character and also good at softball. What does that tell us about this person?
Man, she sounds rad as hell.
Agreed, honestly.
That just makes her more suspicious to me, though.
Might not be anything there though. I don't know if there's. Although, what Chris said about the gas leak thing and pretending like gas leaks don't happen all the time.
That is weird.
And she doesn't have a library
That's
card.
pretty odd.
Oh, all right, nobody. It's not the library card. It's not the library card. There's nothing suspicious about that.
Everybody I know has a library card.
I don't have a library card.
Chris doesn't have a library card.
Y'all, we're at the
Neither do
library.
I.
Before we leave today, everybody's getting a library card.
Oh, I gotta take care of something else.
No, you have to get. It takes.
I have a
3 minutes.
thing.
I'll be right back.
Go.
No, I stand up. Mrs. Dorsey, we would all like a library card.
we gotta help support Gus's girlfriend. She needs numbers, you guys.
Gotta hit her library quotas or she's fired.
You get lost in these shelves.
Lost in these shells with Miss Dorsey.
Physically ill.
Hey, Miss Dorsey, do you want to come get lost in these shelves with me?
When Sarah said she got a naughty look in her eye, I was like, oh my god, stop it.
I don't know. No human being would stack books like this. Hey guys, why did the bicycle fall over? Because it was too tired.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Hey.
You
We
come
gotta
up with that
go.
one yourself?
No, it's in the book. Just
Oh wow, it was really good.
I don't get it.
Emotionally shutting down.
Well, because it has 2 tires, you know?
No, I don't get why it was funny.
It's a play on words.
Okay.
All right, y'all do anything else at the library?
No, we just want to go to sleep. We gotta go to sleep,
I
Sarah.
think we're breaking into Sophie Scott's office, right, Atticus?
No. The last thing we settled on is just the next person pays attention a little bit better.
You're going to therapy, Gus.
I'm so behind on homework. I really need to get home. I have like a paper to write and I got a new project I'm working on. So if we could maybe take a break on the Scooby-Doo shit tonight.
yeah, that's honestly a good idea.
What
Plus,
project are you working
maybe
on?
I think maybe we should find another alternative to our communication, because I never told my mom about my WhatsApp, and I got a message from her today.
Yeah, you could type a number and that's how you find out somebody else has a WhatsApp.
Oh. I don't know how this works, so...
That's pretty easy.
But also, why does your mom have a WhatsApp?
She's a cop. If she's a
Yeah, 'cause
cop,
she's a
the cop
cop.
get up to
That's where they
shit.
share talk about all their crimes.
Yeah,
That's-
exactly.
Okay, yes, but also, why is that the first time she's messaged him on WhatsApp?
Oh yeah, what did
Are
she
you sure
say?
it was your mom?
Yeah.
Can you like
It was-
reverse type in her number and see if she actually has one?
No, it would come up as her number, and he would recognize it.
Yeah, it
It's
became a physical
end-to-end
number.
encryption.
I don't have an iPhone or a phone with the screen. I don't have that app.
Alright, gang, that's the next trip. We gotta get him a phone.
I thought we got him one specifically so it could be in the WhatsApp.
You could be in the
Yeah,
WhatsApp.
he got you a burner.
I left it at home and it died.
He's never
She gotta
charged.
charge
I don't use it. This is fine.
No, it was just telling it. It was probably my mom. It honestly probably was my mom.
What did it say?
It was about getting to it. It was about being safe because of the murders and stuff.
Dope.
Is Mrs. Dorsey right here still? Are we talking
No,
about
no,
this
she wandered off.
folding in a library? It was about the
Well-
murders, you know?
Everybody knows about the murders. Right?
I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure everyone's talking about it at this point.
Did she say anything about them?
No, she was just telling me to be safe.
She told you they look the same and that there's a serial killer. I think that's important for us to know.
He's keeping it from us.
Mikey,
That's what I'm
Don't
trying
you
to
see his
dig out
smug
of
little
you.
face? He's keeping
Mikey,
everything from us.
don't do that
He's a
to
cop.
us.
That's valid. It'd be like that.
Well, I mean, it
sometimes.
just feels
Yeah.
He's a cop.
I feel
His
it.
mom, he's a good
it's a
little boy.
conversation
So
between
true.
me and my mom about the fact that she told me not to do anything stupid like the last time. I mean, yeah, I mentioned the fact about the police think it's a serial killer.
Oh my god, that's insane.
Well, it's obviously an alien thing or a government experiment, so that's wrong. And probably a cover-up.
You think the government's not capable of being serial killers? Technically, it would be a serial killer if the government you consider it as an entity and has conducted mass murder over the ages.
Hey, what project are you working on?
All right, guys, see you tomorrow.
By the way, when Gus gets home, he has an Amazon Prime package of like shirts from me and Freya.
Doesn't matter. Put it with the phone.
All right. Do we have anything else we'd like to go through before we get to tonight?
I would just like to roll the first in a series of crafts rolls for my project.
I'm sure we both crafting a project. Cute.
Yeah, his is actually just a spray paint version of the blueprint you sent.
No, it's the first one on the art series of my new friends. And the first one's going to be Freya as the mother of crows.
Oh, he was embarrassed to talk about it.
I do think on the way out, we don't need to make a big scene of it or anything, but Chris is gonna like catch up to all of them and be like, "Hey, you know what Ack is talking about with all the homework? I'm actually a little bit behind. Could I hang out? Could you help me study?"
I mean, yeah.
Oh,
of
that
course.
has to be a scene, first of all.
Yeah, of course. I mean, do you need a ride? Do you want to ride over?
That would be super cool. Yeah.
Okay. It's just awkward as hell, but yeah, sure, absolutely. She's just so awkward right now. She doesn't know. It's like she's like she doesn't know what to be the most awkward about right now with different people. So it's just normal now because she's just like I don't know.
Out.
It's all canceling out. So yeah, she absolutely she'll head over to her place with Chris.
All right, what are y'all studying?
I think that Olive is good with like English and stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
English and history. So I think there's probably like an English exam, and like Chris is pretty okay on like this, like the harder like STEM stuff, but like awful with writing and essays and more of the memorization stuff. And I think he's just getting a practice essay that he wrote eviscerated by Olive.
It's like, first off, the grammar is not good. Like, there's just so much. I can't give any examples because Lara is also the worst at grammar. Not the skill I have. But it's like, no, this isn't the breakdown. Like, you gotta talk. We're like breaking down this scene. Like, you can't. The metaphors aren't there. Like, that's not what this is about.
Well, I just thought it would be more relatable if, like, I pulled in lacrosse as an allegory.
This is the Great Gatsby.
I mean, haven't we all been waiting for the Great Gatsby reimagined as a lacrosse
Drama.
Jay Gatsby is the up-and-coming lacrosse star.
Still played by Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah, Leonardo DiCaprio, lacrosse star.
45-year-old Leonardo DiCaprio playing high school lacrosse with a bunch of 18-year-olds. Absolutely how it goes down.
There's this blue light at the goal, and they're just...
Look, I've seen Teen Wolf, okay? I understand.
The mascot are giant glasses.
But I do think that as like we're going through this and all of us helping Chris out, it does become clear at a certain point that Chris is also just kind of trying to avoid going home for a bit, just as much as he's trying to like get help on the homework. It's also like, I just don't want to go home, and I kind of just want to like hang out a little bit.
Yeah, so probably after it gets to a point where she's like, there's nothing else she can do to like eviscerate him even more on an academic level. She just kind of looks around and goes, I mean, you know my dad would be cool if you stayed for dinner, if you want to hang out. Like, we can go play, we got games in the basement if you want to. I mean, it's no Tekken, but we've got Mario Kart.
I mean, if it's not like too much trouble or anything, I mean, it's just yeah, I mean, I think that'd be cool. I mean, maybe there was that Cuckoo's delivery thing.
she can't help laughing at that, but she's just like, so it's Kiki's delivery service,
right? And that's an anime.
It is. It's by this. Okay. Oh my gosh. It's by this creator. His name is Miyazaki. He's like the Disney of Japan.
Okay.
So like Kiki's is not. You're not there yet for Kiki's. Let me.
Is it deep? Is it kind of like 300?
I can't
It's not
explain.
Grave of the Fireflies, for fuck's sake. It's just Kiki.
I know, that's the joke. That's the joke. You're not there yet. You can't understand Kiki's. You're not there yet. But no, I think there's, if you're up for it, I mean, yeah, I think there's a really cool movie you would like, and absolutely puts on Princess Mononoke. Like, that's the shit. Like a wolf, decapitated wolf head takes the dude's arm off. Love it.
Chris is super into it. He's like, oh, this is not a kid's show. I thought this was gonna be like you said Disney.
No, it's like he's like a child. Like it's like every child knows this. I mean, there's also Totoro. She like shows pictures.
Kids watch this.
Like everyone watches this. But no, she shows like My Neighbor Totoro. She's like, look, this is Totoro. He's super cute. And like, there's a cat bus, and she shows Cat Bus, which is a cat that's a bus that has like actual balls, which is very funny to me. Like it's Laura, very funny to Laura. Like the image,
Like-
that's something that I never not laugh at. It's very funny.
Like testicles?
Testicles on a bus, yes.
Got it.
Why does the bus have balls?
Because it's a cat. It's a live cat, and
Well,
they
Shouldn't they get it like neutered? Isn't that like catch and release?
like this is a cat so big that children can ride inside of it. So like, do you wanna fix that cat?
That's fair.
Going into like the
Also,
intricacies of
That
Miyazaki.
cat bus isn't manufactured. How do you think new cat buses are made?
Wow, you're right. This Miyazaki stuff is deep. I'm not sure if I'm ready for it yet.
So let's stick with Mononoke and the crazy deer god. That's so easy to like.
Much more
understand.
relatable. We'll go to Akira next, and then I think Neon Genesis will be what we follow up with.
I mean, there's also like Howl's Moving Castle. That's pretty cool. Christian Bale is so Batman's the voice of Howl. Like, so that's pretty rad.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, it's great. she's just sitting here like, what is happening? I mean, I do think that like as they're watching stuff and like like he's getting more like open and excited, like enjoying it. She's kind of like, so like, are you okay? And like, is everything okay? She's never really addressed that first night, that first dream, and how drunk he was, like
Yeah.
the drinking, because she knew it though, because she's the one who saw it. So she doesn't say that, but she's like, is there anything that I can help with? Are you okay?
You sound like the counselor now.
God, I hated her.
She was weird.
She was so weird. Like, she's so fake friendly. It was so creepy.
It was.
Like,
Yeah. I don't know. I think we're all handling this in different ways. Like, I can't have a full meltdown like Gus. I think I also didn't get incredible magic powers. I lost the ability to speak and got super buff. And I mean, one of those things is pretty cool, but it's tough to kind of speak in grunts and growls, if I'm being honest. But it's, I don't know. It's just a lot. I think we're all just dealing with a lot right now. And I don't know, sometimes I feel like when I'm at home, I fall into the same routines, the same patterns, right? You think the same thoughts and you get kind of trapped in this cycle, and I can't not think about all of this. I can't not think about what Gus was saying about, like, people are dying. And is it our fault? Is it our fault for not saving people the right way? Is it that we can't change things and we're just there as some perverse form of comfort? I don't know. When I get trapped in those cycles, when I'm sitting there in my room trying to go to sleep every night and, I don't know, hanging out with you, like doing new novel things, trying out this anime stuff, like it helps me forget for a little bit and break out of that cycle for just a little bit, and it's nice. And I thank you for this, and then thank you for the homework too. Of course, that's incredibly helpful. But yeah, are you doing okay?
I think she kind of is. It's a pregnant pause situation of like a little bit of like the lip, like the chin quiver of just like, and she just kind of shrugs and goes, "No. I'm terrified that it is our fault, like you were saying, and it's not fair. It's just not fair. This isn't fair."
Not fair.
Have her parents like even come down, or like, I'm sure they acknowledged Chris, but has there been anything else since? Like,
No.
And I get why Gus is upset, but I don't understand why he's mad at me. Because finally there are people that are real friends, like for real, and not just on something that's. Listen, I like anime. It's a good storytelling. Like, it's got really good storytelling and it's really cool. But like, the people I sit with at lunch, like the anime club, they're great, but it's all superficial and they're all being something they're not. And like, it feels like I can finally be actually who I am with people, and I don't want to lose that. Cause it's not like anybody. It's like the first time people have seen me, I guess. I mean, and she kind of motions up in the air of like upstairs. She's like, it's not like they care.
Yeah, I guess it's hard not to notice how your parents kind of do that. I'm sorry. That's not fair to you.
They just really shouldn't be together. And I just want to scream that at them to get a divorce or something, but they keep saying stuff like, I've heard them say that they have to stay together for me, and it's like, really? This is for me? Cool. But
yeah,
I'm sorry that your dad sucks.
He's doing his best, right?
He can still suck.
See, like, for a moment, like, Chris goes to a very dark place for, like, coming up for air. I mean, I don't think Gus is mad at you. I think Gus has a different way of showing his emotions and understanding the world, and that can be hard for us sometimes, but like I don't think he's mad at, I don't think he's mad at any of us outside of the like, why aren't we moving fast enough or doing more? But that's a momentary frustration. I think like he's a smart guy. He knows that we're in this together, that we've all got to stick together. There's no one else, as far as we know, that have these crazy dreams, that have the ability to affect the kind of change or impact that he wants to affect, right? Like we're a team and we all have a part to play, right?
We must. I don't know what my part is yet, but
well, whatever part that is, it's been helpful for me, and I think Freya too, and I think you've come to be like very dependable and helpful for all of us. It's
her ears start turning red. She's like trying so hard not to blush, and she just 100% is. She's like, well, I'm glad. Yeah, I'm glad. I know. If you ever need anything, you just let me know.
Thanks. And same.
I mean, this is gonna sound weird. I don't mean this to sound weird. Like, you know my dad loves you. Like, if you wanted to crash on the couch down here tonight, you probably could. Like, he would call your dad and, like, be chill about that. Just so you know. If you don't want to go home.
Yeah, I mean, you live way closer to the school. It'd be easier to get there for morning practice. If that'd be cool, I'd love to crash on the couch. So y'all have a comfortable as hell couch.
This is a really good couch. Like, you know what's even better? And she like motions him to get up, and it's like a sofa bed. Like, it's a full-on bed.
Holy shit! Like, mind blown. No wonder it's so comfortable.
We got a mattress topper and everything. That's like so dumb. Like,
the guest bed that no one has ever used.
Exactly. So yeah, she's like, cool. So yeah, I mean, and yeah, I'm sure her dad's like, yeah, my star is going. Yeah, he can stay here. Like,
so I can get to practice or morning practice earlier.
Absolutely. It's like, we got protein shakes. Olive like goes around and like gets like the bedding and stuff because basically as soon as that happened, like her dad was like, Olive, go. Like take care of it. Hospitality.
Hustle.
So yeah. Sleepover. 3 floors apart from each other though. And scene.
Freya is going to go to the Vinton Salt Pond. And is going to invite over text Gus to come with. She does not have a way to transport Gus as she only has her bike.
I walk everywhere. It's all good. I will say before I left the library, though, I probably put my number on Mrs. Dorsey's car. Just a little housekeeping.
Doubling down.
Well, because I told her that she could let me know if anything happened with the car.
Uh-huh.
And then I'll go to the salt ponds because I don't know how far of a walk that is.
It's quite a walk. Takes a little while to get there. What are you doing there?
I basically want to see if I can find any connections with the old witches that they would have drowned here. Anything related to that? Any, like... I know they would have, like, cleaned it up, but, like... I would have checked out some of those neo-pagan books, and I'm gonna be, like... Since I'm biking here, before Gus gets here, I'm just, like, sitting at the edge of the pond, like, thumbing through the books, trying to see if I can find anything about energy left behind by dead witches type thing. Anything like if like a witch dies, maybe there's energy or some sort of something left behind that I would be able to detect.
I see. So in your neo-pagan books, there's no mention of anything other than like, you know, the soul left behind. Talks about ghosts a little bit, but there's nothing specifically about witches leaving behind part of themselves or anything like that. Energy.
Useless. Just kind of wants to investigate around and try to, like, I don't know, like, meditate. Try to find a way to connect with what's going on around, you know? She wants to believe that there might be magic, given that everything else is going on, but she's very skeptical.
Go ahead and roll me a lore.
Oh gosh, let's see.
Oh no, did I show up yet? I can probably help.
We can say that you've shown up.
Oh, great.
Lovely.
Oh, hey, what are you doing? Let me help you with that.
I will generally explain my situation and my thought processes of what's going on.
I brought this clock that I've been working on.
Oh, that's cool. I'd love to look at the blueprints and everything.
I sent it to you already. You should have already done that.
I looked at it. It's hard to see on the photo.
Oh, yeah. Oh, totally, yeah. What'd you need help with?
I just... Well, it seems dangerous to be alone on the lake right now.
Oh, does it? Why? Oh, everything going on?
Yeah.
I'm kind of like a really big person, so I don't really think about that a lot. But I guess fish people are kind of scary.
Yeah. Yeah. I just... Yeah. I know you have trouble with the group sometimes, and
What?
people read you wrong, and I
They
did
do?
some. Yeah, for sure.
I don't get it.
Yeah, I don't get it either sometimes.
Yeah, I tell them exactly what they need to know and exactly what they need to do, right?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like you get me.
I do my best. I get you better sometimes. Hard to
Cool.
understand people in general, you know?
Yeah, people are weird. They do like a lot of things all at once, and they really should just do one thing.
I agree completely.
Hell yeah. I get why you like birds.
Yeah. Birds get it.
I kind of think they're from the government, but also I think that's stupid.
It is a little stupid, but it's also funny, so I don't care.
How's it funny?
Because it's a little stupid.
I really don't think stupid things are funny.
Hmm.
Because I don't think they make sense. Because why not just do it right the first time?
Well, sometimes it's a little funny because you know it's a little stupid, and you do it anyway, or you say it anyway, and that makes it's a little funny. You know? Does that make sense?
No, but I can nod my head.
Okay. Humor is fucking weird. You wanna help me try to figure out if we can connect to some dead witches?
Oh. I kind of really do.
I'm gonna roll lore, you said, right?
Yeah, Laura.
I'll tell you about Sabrina the Teenage Witch.
Is that your help action?
I listened excitedly about it. I got a good.
All right. You close your eyes, empty your mind, reach out with your aura into the greater world around you. And you think that you do feel something. You think that you feel the loss of this place. Like it's got this sense of loss and tragedy here. But you don't get like specific witch connections, just a feeling of sort of melancholy.
Well, that's a lot more than nothing. Yeah. She's going to just feel that for a while. And after a while, she's going to ask us to explain the clock that he's working on.
Oh, yeah. Well, the blueprints are an interesting design, and it's probably one of the hardest things I've worked on. But the more I work on it, I think the more I understand what it's trying to do. So many different, like, intricate clockwork pieces, and I've had to, like, kind of tinker around with it and make some of the things that I don't think I could find anywhere else, but I think I've kind of cracked it. All I need to do is just like put it all together, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And do you want to like come something kind of like weird?
Yeah.
So I've been making this list of, last time in the dreams I saw the threads and the cove. I was thinking if I made a list of things that I wanted to do in the dream as Zelda, then we wouldn't have to work so hard out here. And I'm like, one of those things now is I want to just make this clock in the dream.
Interesting. Okay.
And now I kind of want to come back here.
What do you mean?
You said there was like witch stuff, right?
Oh yeah, we could come back here in the dream.
And I become a witch in the dream.
That's true.
So I wonder if there's like any connection there. But I have a few more things. I have a few more things that I want to do too.
Okay. Yeah. Those are interesting ideas.
And then I think somebody said something about ignoring the people in dreams because that might hurt them if we fix their problems for them. So if we just focus on this hole and what's coming out of this hole, I think it would benefit us more.
It's always good to try new things, I guess, right?
Well, not always. I like to stick to the things I know, but I don't know. Seems to be important things going on.
Yeah, I agree.
Hell yeah. Hey, you need me to, like, walk you home or something?
Oh no, I've got my bike.
Didn't that woman who get murdered by somebody on a bike?
I think so, yeah.
Can I check your bike?
She laughs and says, sure.
Okay, good. If you were the murderer, you would have probably just tried to kill me right there. But I'm still gonna shake your bike. I want to check for his bike.
You check it. The tires, I mean, bike tires aren't super varied. The bike tires honestly match pretty well with the tire tracks that you found.
Hey, I don't want to freak you out or anything, but the bike tires match like pretty good with the ones we found.
This is one of those Walmart bikes. They're like all the same tire.
Yeah, but like, what if you were killing people when you were asleep?
Okay, so I hear what you're saying. I want to make sure that you're hearing what I'm saying. There are hundreds to thousands of these in the area.
Got it. So it's like 1 in 1,000 chance.
Something like that, yeah.
Okay, we can work with that.
Okay.
Try to chain yourself to your bed when you sleep tonight.
Heard.
I'll do the same thing just in case it's like all of us.
Okay. Good luck with that.
Oh, thank you. You have
Yeah.
good luck doing it yourself. I'm pretty sure it might be hard.
Mom, can you tie me to my bed a la The Exorcist?
No particular reason.
It's a Christian purity thing because Chris is spending the night.
Text everybody. Hey, make sure to tie yourself down tonight. We might be sex murderers.
And before we leave, I'm gonna ask us. You aren't like upset with Olive, right?
What? No?
That's what I thought. Okay. Thank you. Do you mind if I tell her that you're not upset with her?
No. Why? I think it's obvious that I'm not upset with her.
I knew you weren't, but sometimes it's hard to tell when you're the person who feels like you hurt someone else.
I don't understand that. Hey, have a good night.
You'll have a good night. I will text Olive and be like, Gus is not upset with you at all. He doesn't even know why he would be upset with you.
Olive just texts back like the crying emoji, it's like the straight down the face. Like, also texts with the wide-eyed emoji. Chris is staying in my basement tonight.
Just the word kinky.
Oh my god.
She's bright red. She's like, stop. Still sitting right next to Chris, and just like immediately goes beet red. Just okay. So did you see the text? Gus said that we need to tie ourselves to our beds tonight because we might be the murderers.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and pass on that one.
Yeah, I don't even know where the anchors would be in this thing.
Where the what would be?
Just where would things tie? Like, it's a mattress. This is a couch.
There's just like a weirdly specific word.
Listen.
What do you know, Olive? What do
We
you know?
we go camping. You gotta anchor stuff together.
Is it an anime thing? I don't know.
It is an anime thing.
Atticus doesn't see that message because he's too busy listening to his 80s new wave playlist that heavily features the Smiths and the Cure, while painting Freya as Mother of the Crows.
Nice.
And I got a great on that roll.
Yes.
Amazing.
Looks fantastic.
Looks great.
When Freya gets home, she's gonna email the reporter if she can. She's gonna try to see if she can find an email for the reporter, and then right before she goes to sleep.
Okay. All right. So, speaking of going to sleep, it's time for another dream, y'all. The dream opens with all of you sitting in the front row of the audience in a large concert hall. The hall is packed with attendees, all dressed to the nines. They don't seem to notice anything strange about the six of you. The sounds of warming up come from the orchestra pit. Then there is a hush, and out of the curtains, dressed in a very fetching ball gown, steps Jess. She looks very nervous as she walks up to the stage mic. She looks down at the audience, sees you all there, and her eyes, which were a bit glazed, go into sharp, horrified focus. Oh my god, you're here. Fuck. Oh no. No. Chris, my mother is staying late at the office tonight. You guys, she's not home. She's probably not even at the office. I think she's having an affair, so I don't even know where she is. Fuck, guys, is she gonna die?
I immediately go and just like start violently shaking Gus.
Yes. Yes, Jess is here. Yes, what do we do? I have an idea. I had a list of things that I wanted to get done tonight, but I think this is more important. Can everybody get together?
With Jess?
Jess, get down here.
Yeah.
Okay, everybody, make a circle. Jess, I need you. Can you think about where your mom works? Describe it to us.
I can, but I don't think she's there. I don't think she's
Where?
there. She's having an affair. Everyone knows it. My dad knows it. He just didn't say anything.
Where do you live?
What?
Yes, if we get to you, we can get to your phone. Where do you live? Can you describe your room?
Yeah. Yeah, she lists off a description of her room as best she can.
Okay. Is that the best you can do?
I don't know better than that.
Chris is gonna like gesture vaguely around the room and like look at Jess like
I am going to snap my fingers and I want to give him vocal cords so that he can speak to us.
Ooh.
This is your dream, Jess. You could make it look like anything you want.
I guess I can.
That's a good idea, Chris.
All right, let me get a roll for Jess. I have to make up what her will is. Okay.
Can I give her the help action by using my archetype of girl boss? Girl bossing. So she reaches out and goes, "You can do anything. Seriously. Like, you can do this. You're in control."
Yeah. If I could help as well, I want to like get everybody in a circle and like have everybody hold hands and like close their eyes and breathe with her.
Yeah, and Atticus will also help with the will check by saying we're stronger together and we lift each other up in community. I think that's +3.
The concert hall starts to fade out, and as it fades out, you see, like it was a holodeck, there's like something left behind when it fades out, and there's a door there, a regular wooden door. And as you look, you see that her chest has a line of a golden line that's connected through that door. And that fades away again as it comes back to her room. And she says, Here we are. It's my room. What do we do now?
That door. What was that door? Did you notice that door?
I didn't see a door.
Oh, honey.
I saw the door.
Was it like the golden threads you saw before?
That was exactly what it was. Oh my god. I'm guessing her mother was there. So if we can find that door, then we know where she is. But if this is the room, I'm going to try something and it might break our brains. So are you ready for that?
No.
Great. I'll take that as a yes. I am going to try, as like all holding hands, I want to try to teleport, like thinking about the portal I opened the last time we were dreaming. I want to teleport to the real version of this space.
All right. For that, it's not going to be Allura. It's going to have to be Will, and it's specifically Gus's will.
Yeah. Okay. I'm not terrible at that.
Can I help?
Can we have any help, or is he on his own?
He can be helped.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Is it, if we're helping, is our ego, our alter ego, or is it us?
It's you.
Okay. I can help. So yeah, Olive is just like, I don't know what you're doing, but I trust you, Gus.
Okay.
Atticus can help as well, and we'll say something like, please don't shatter my brain.
And with if my will is fair, can I help, or does it have to be good?
No, all it has to be is average.
Okay, then I'm gonna help by putting a reassuring, steady hand on shoulder and like nod.
Faye's just gonna focus like she did at the lake. Try to tune in.
Clark is just gonna look at Gus and just go, "You're a mad genius. If anyone can do this, it's you."
Is that so? That's five
Everybody.
helps?
Five helps.
Help. That would take that from a good to a legendary.
Teamwork.
Teamwork.
Right. The scene around you fades, and you are standing in just sort of a dark area with sort of fades at the edges, and there's that door. It's just a plain wooden door, no window, closed, but you could open it.
Is Jess still with us with that gold thread?
She's still there, yeah. She's looking around a little confused.
I'm gonna pat Jess's back and like encourage her to open the door. I think she should be the one to open it.
So, okay. So she goes up to it hesitantly.
Wait, before you do that, there's something else I want to try, and I don't know its significance, but it came to me in the waking world, and I am wondering if it might be able to help us out here. And I want to try to use one of my alter ego's stunts again, and I want to conjure the clock, but like perfectly finished.
Okay. Give me a lore roll.
Just don't be absolute shit, okay? Okay, that is an epic.
All right. You conjure up this mechanism perfectly formed in front of you. You all see this labyrinth of gears and cogs, and it's just moving through directions that don't make any sense, and it shouldn't. It's hard to look at, and as soon as it appears, the space around it starts to twist and wrench, and it's getting more drastic by the second.
Oh, this might have been a bad idea, but open that door quickly.
She opens the door. The door's open, and beyond it, it's hard to see details. Sometimes it seems like there are colors waving through the air beyond it, like the rainbow of an oil slick. A glowing line, of course, radiates from Jess's chest out through the door and into the distance, where it meets up with a complex tangle of lines. But from here, there's no making sense of the tangle. It's all too blurry and disjointed. Beyond the doorway, you can see a black and white tile floor extending onward into apparently the horizon, but that's difficult to see too.
Step forward through the door, no hesitation.
Let's fucking go.
Okay, Jess, do you have your phone with you?
She looks right and doesn't see your phone.
Shit. Okay, follow the line.
All right, as you step through, you feel lighter, and your balance goes a bit weird as your alter ego is stripped away. You step onto the tile floor as yourself, and walking next to you through the door is your imaginary friend from childhood. Your imaginary friends step away from you all into a group, and between one breath and the next, they are no longer the collection of kids and cats and general friendly, non-threatening beings they appear to be, but instead a group of tall, slender, almost people, vaguely approximating human beings in the general sense, but too angular with prominent and elongated bone structure. Yet despite this, there's a compelling beauty in their strangeness, something inviting. And they look at all of you. They say, "Welcome to the interstice. We're so glad you came. We can't keep you here long. You don't quite fit here, and the space will expel you back to your sleeping selves soon. But there are things we need to tell you and things you need to see. First, we are a race of beings that have lived beside humanity for ages, sometimes interacting." Another one interrupts the one speaking. "Just say we're fairies and be done. We don't have time for a spiel." "Very well, fairies then. You were each chosen by destiny, and we were chosen to help you achieve it. There are dangers approaching your reality that you cannot imagine. The stars have come nearly into alignment, and if we don't stop it, Here he hesitates as though afraid to speak the words. "Beings from the outer depths will be summoned here to devour Well, everything. Another one finishes the sentence. It may already be too... It is not too late, the first one interrupts. There have only been 3 sacrifices. Surely that's not enough.
How do we save my friend?
Look, we have little time remaining. We cannot see clearly into your world, but you know your world. I urge you, look into the connections you see here. Relate them to your world somehow. There's a being, a human, chosen by those who would bring ruin upon you, to make the sacrifices that will weaken the borders of your world. We can see him here, pointed at this tangled knot of glowing connections, but we can't map this onto your world to tell you where to find them. But you surely can. Please, quickly, you have little time. And indeed, you can feel a pressure increasing, as though something is trying to push you out of here.
How do we save my friend?
It's Sophie Scott.
Atticus turns to Freya and says, let's take a look. I try to find connections, and then also grabs Olive, right? Is investigative?
I can do an investigation, but Olive wants to look at Jess and say,
Jess could not come through. Jess is still standing on the other side of the door like a mime pushing.
Got it. Okay. Yeah, so she's, yes, okay, investigation, absolutely. So
It's already running towards the knot.
yeah, absolutely. I think Olive's going to, like,
Justice
with
as well.
to pick through, like, the precision of, like, a tangled bit of hair, of just, like trying to, like, gently pick it apart, like, that's
Yeah,
how
and
she's
Atticus
gonna
is
help.
just helping whoever ends up rolling it.
I think Gus holds the clock up to the knot.
The clock did not come with you.
Probably a good thing. I'm scared of that clock.
Okay, so here's how this is going to go. Every round, anyone who wants to can make an investigation roll. All you need to do in an investigation roll is get a good to make a success. We need 7 successes. So you can each do a roll, or you can help each other however you want. But you can't do both. You can either roll or help.
I'm gonna help Freya, for sure. I have average investigations.
I will also help Freya.
Something else that's going to happen is at the end of each turn, you're going to need to make a will roll to stay here. If you don't succeed at that roll, you get pushed out, and then there's only that many people left to make the finishing rolls. So manage your time as wisely as you can.
So, Gus, are you rolling or are you helping someone?
I'm gonna help.
I'm gonna roll.
You should help me.
Okay, I'll help you, and then so y'all can roll, and we'll get 2 around.
Yeah, that'll, because I have a average. No, sorry, I have a fair investigate, so I just need a +1.
Yeah. Okay, I'll give you that +1.
All right, so I'm rolling without help, right?
No, I'm helping you.
Oh, you're helping me? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I passed the first one.
I did as well. I broke even on the dice, and then +1 from Gus gives us a. You said a good, right? Is all we need.
Yep, good's all you need.
Got it.
Okay, so we got 2 successes. Anybody else rolling this round?
Can I roll to shake these creatures and get any more information from them?
You can shake them. They are very distressed and sort of scatter.
Tell me how to save my friend!
Clark, are you able to investigate?
Can I try and investigate?
Yeah, absolutely. All you need is good.
Yeah, it's no mediocre.
All right, everybody gets to roll will, and once again, it's a good you need to stay here.
Come on, baby.
Can I hold my roll to help one of the actual investigative people if they start fading and shake the sense into them?
I mean, you have to roll for yourself too, but you can still try to help if people get.
I'm willing to be like yeeted from here if it means that someone who actually knows what the hell is going on can stay. Like Chris is willing to make that sacrifice.
Okay, yeah, you can do that.
I got a superb.
I got a great.
I would like to use my connection with Atticus of being a loser together to go to make it. So I will pass this first one.
I got a good.
I also got a superb.
Okay, everyone stays here. Nice. Next round.
I think well, because I barely missed it. So like I think Olive is just like she can feel herself fading, and then she like makes eye contact with Atticus and just goes, absolutely fucking not. And she just like doubles down. I'm not going first.
I think Gus is just gonna roll this time.
All right, I'm still maybe I think I'm gonna help somebody. Atticus, probably help give you a +1 because you're right there, and Freya is a badass and needs no help ever.
I got a mediocre, but I would love to invoke the scene aspect, flashes of clarity, to really hone in on these threads, and then they'll bump me up to a good with my average investigation.
Excellent. So that's another.
I was gonna do the same thing with a different aspect. Space is bendy here, so I want to use like the ability to get more books by trying to like collapse the space in between where the different books are that I need to shorten the time that I have to spend getting them, so I could spend more time focusing on what I'm reading to help correlate the map or whatever, right? Mark off
Okay.
spaces.
Sure.
And that will get me to a good, and I'll mark off that fate point.
All right.
Freya.
I actually just got a fair.
I should have helped you.
2 minuses, yeah.
Invoke an aspect. Reroll. Or add +2.
Sure.
Gotta have something in there for investigative badass, right?
Queen of Crows, birds suddenly fly in. Start pecking at it.
Yeah, the birds block out the areas that like we don't need to see. Create an outline.
Queen of Crows.
There aren't any crows here. And I don't feel like I feel like I'm too distracted by trying to figure out what the fuck's going on in this thing.
Okay.
So Chris shaking these things, they're not giving us any more information, are they?
No, they're not. They're just sort of desperately like urging you to try to help. They seem really focused on it.
Yeah, well, maybe y'all could help because y'all actually fucking know things. I guess I'll give it a try. I'll try to roll. I got a mediocre on this, so I have to get a +3.
Anything can happen.
Anything can happen. Good. Up.
For instance, you could drop your dice.
I could. God damn it. Sorry, like the player Bastion is stressed right now. All right, that's a +1. I want to invoke everything must be perfect. Particularly with like Jess right there, like I have to get this right to kind of like go into the zone here and go in and start like figuring out this knot.
Right. So that's 5 out of 7. Everyone has to roll will again. This time the goal is great.
No.
Never
Yeah.
happening.
Well,
Never
I just
gonna
have to
happen.
break. I at least have to break
Oh,
even.
shit.
And I broke even.
I just made it. I made it.
I had +2, -2.
I got a good.
Can I sacrifice myself to keep Freya here?
Yes.
All right. I feel myself fading. I see Freya fading, and I'm gonna go up. I'm gonna like slap Freya and be like, Get it together. This isn't the time. We need you and your expertise. Get your head in the game. As I like Tony Stark fade out.
Freya, I'm not feeling so good.
I would love to use my last fate point to try to invoke my 4 tough aspect to stay here, because I rolled a mediocre plus my fair, and I just need one little more.
All right, yeah.
I did it, y'all. I'm tough.
Nice. I got a fantastic.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
No worries.
That'll do.
Yeah, when you said a good, I was just like, oh, that's already where my will is.
Okay. So most of you are still here, and you've got 2 left to go.
Yeah, where does Chris go?
Back to sleep.
All right, so I don't go back to the dream with Jess.
Nope, you're just
Out.
snoozing.
No.
It's no good.
I'm gonna help Freya.
I got it good.
I roll like shit. So I'm gonna help Freya, but I'm going to invoke my mental attribute of strong imagination and imagine crows. Like I just imagine this like swarm of crows to come in, and she's like, "Mother of crows, Freya, you got this."
I'll also help Freya.
All right. Yeah, that's a fantastic.
All right. Working together, you piece it all together. There are 3 connections that flow out from the jumble to a stationary spot. Those must be the 3 deaths. You know where 2 of them were, or at least where the bodies were found. Working with weird, changing parameters, you assign a vague physical area to them. The problem is you don't know which point is which death, so you work with the connections themselves, trying to get a feel of them. Together you settle on which is probably which. You don't know where that final point is, but you don't need to, because there's enough information with 2. Working on a remembered map of the town, you track down what must be the location of the frightening, knotted tangle that the fairies, or whatever the hell they are, told you is the killer. Suddenly you have it. You know without a shadow of a doubt the location of the killer. Or, well, not their location now perhaps, but their center, their home base, if you will. As you are pushed out of the interstice and back into the sleep that awaits you, you know that location is Lamplighters Square, the mixed-use building that houses apartments, shops, and most notably, Thor's hammer. That's all for today, everybody.
No.
How dare you?
Oh my god.
That was wild.
How fucking dare you?
God damn it.
I had no time to get through my list. My list.
You put some horrifying clock in my friend's dream. We're gonna have to talk about that later.